We've been in Ubud now for close to a week and we've eaten out pretty much every single day, twice a day, which has been a little bit unusual for us, especially coming from Malaysia where we tended to just look after ourselves. So in this video I'm going to share with you 5 spots that we have chosen to stop off at. I'm going to share with you a little bit of what we had, the prices, etc. This is really a kind of cheap to upper end of restaurants and eateries here in Ubud, and you'll find them on Google. I'll mention each of them by name, but you might walk past a couple of them and not even know they're there. So I'm going to tell you exactly what we had, overlay a little bit of video footage for you, and I'll give you a little bit of a comparison to what it's like in the UK for similar dishes as well. So first up, cheapest. I'm going to start with the cheapest, and it was a place called Taco Tulum, which is in Ubud town centre on the main street. Specialises in tacos, specialises in things like dirty fries, coffees, mocktails and a whole bunch of other stuff. We went there a couple of nights ago, had a selection of street tacos. So we had beef, we had chicken, and we also had the dirty fries that had chicken along with it as well. Give you an idea of what the prices were like. It was £1.29, £1.29 for a beef or a chicken taco, and we had one of each style, and these things were delicious. It wasn't a meal deal, wasn't on a discount or a special or anything. That was just the price, £1.29 for a beef taco, and honestly it was delicious. We had a mocktail on the side which had soda water, fresh ginger and some orange juice inside it as well. It was excellent. We ended up having a few different little dishes, a few tasters of a few things, and most of it effectively came in pretty close to under a £5. Just a great little spot. Upstairs, looking out over the street, watching the traffic pass by on an evening and just enjoying the setting of sitting in the middle of Ubud watching life pass by. If you were to eat a taco in London, if you were to go and have a beef taco, you'd be talking about £6 to £8 for a single taco. So to get one here for £1.29 is just an absolute bargain. So Taco Tulum, place number 1. Place 2, quite close to where we are currently staying, is called Wahyu Ubud. So that's Wahyu Ubud. And we've been eating breakfast there most days. Breakfast for 2, I've typically had avocado and toast, some poached eggs. Yvonne's had a coffee, I've had a ginger tea, it's delicious. Yvonne's had poached eggs with tomato sauce, she's had some salmon with the dish, and I think the most expensive we've spent so far, £8.54. That's typically what a full breakfast for the 2 of us has cost, and the ginger tea is delicious. This place, great little spot just off of the main street. Staff are super friendly, really welcoming, and it's been so quiet in there. I don't know how they're not getting more footfall, but they are just off of the main street. So Wahyu Ubud, and the breakfast is great. Poached eggs were just delivered to perfection. Nice runny egg on top of toasted bread and a little bit of smashed avocado. £8.54 for breakfast. Right, next up, getting a little bit more expensive and a little bit more premium. We ate at a place called Citrus Berry, and Citrus Berry was a typical Indonesian style food, and that's what I should say, Indonesian style food. Ribs and rice, that's what I had. It came to 95,000 Indonesian rupee for the ribs and also the rice that came along with it, which is £4.10. The restaurant was really nice. The staff were just so friendly, very welcoming. There's a couple of tables round about us of the kind of Instagram style girls who were all taking photos and videos of their food, as well as me too. That's exactly what I was doing. Yvonne had a nice dish as well. She had a selection of different food types in there, a little bit of beef, a little bit of chicken, some rice. And then for dessert, we had a sticky mango rice dish, which was delicious. Whole meal came to just under £10. And again, if you were comparing that to something in the UK, like a pub lunch with a drink, what are you talking, 20 quid? 40 quid for the two of you to sit and eat. So the fact that we could do that for around £10 for the two of us is an absolute bargain. So Citrus Berry down next to Monkey Forest. Option number 4, again moving up in the range a little bit here, Café des Artistes. Now we went here because we just really wanted a steak dinner. I really had a taste for having a nice like beef fillet, a nice juicy steak, and we found this place on Google, 10-minute walk from where we're staying, and went in there. They had a 250 gram fillet steak with a baked potato and roasted vegetables on the side, and that 250 gram fillet steak with a potato came to £8.90. £8.90 for a fillet steak cooked to perfection. Beautifully done, nice sauce on the side, red wine sauce, and just perfect dish. Great little place, beautiful setting, especially in the evening, well worth a walk down the street. Again, if I was going for a fillet steak in the UK, what are you talking, £40 now for 200 grams? Most places typically serve 180 grams at this point, and anything over that you're looking at 40-50 quid, so £8.90 for a dish here in Ubud. Last of the selections, a place called Cafe, K-A-F-E. We had a nice lunch there yesterday, met up with a viewer of the channel, Luke, his wife and his son Hugo, and we sat and had a nice dish in there, so it was a lunchtime meal for us. I had a chicken tikka wrap with potato chips on the side, and Yvonne had a sashimi crusted salmon poke bowl. We had a coffee and we had 2 of these massive fresh pressed juices. Really delicious. This was the most expensive meal so far. Really plush restaurant, really nice setting. Got a table when we walked in. Total dish for Yvonne and I, the 2 juices, the 2 mains and some coffees, £23.21 in total. Again, you think about this, right? The UK equivalent of going for a lunch in a nice restaurant, what are you talking, £50-60 for the 2 of you to have a lunch? More? I've read comments from people recently saying they've been out for dinner with a couple of friends, over 100 quid. So, you know, again, this is where cost of living for us. Nice meals, going out and eating every day. It's cheaper to eat out and about here in Ubud than it is to go to the supermarket and pick up some essentials and try and have something in the room. It's just cheaper to go out. So that's all the way from £1.29 tacos up to £8.90 fillet steaks, and then chicken tikka and salmon sashimi. Not easy for my Scottish accent to say. 23 quid is the most expensive so far. I see a 23 quid lunch now and I'm like, oh my god, that was a pricey place that we just went to. But in reality, this is all within our daily budgets. In the next video, I'm going to round up exactly what we've spent in a week here in Ubud, the accommodation, where we've stayed, what it's been like, booking the room, how we've booked it, and then just our general cost of living across this week. This video was just to summarise eating here, 5 great little spots that you can find if you're in Ubud, and what that cost is like. I'm still thinking about the £1.29 tacos right now. Honestly, I'll probably be back round there tonight for another couple of beef ones, just to finish off the evening. Thanks for watching. Let me know down below. Have you been to Ubud before? Is there anywhere you would recommend? Any of these spots? Have you been in any of these? You can tell me below. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one.